The first thing we did, probably like everyone else, was use regular shovels. But you realize, you have to shovel snow every day. It happens once, it happens twice and even 3 times a day in the winter. I mean stoned. We ended up buying a cordless shovel like this. She's been bailing us out pretty well, actually. The only thing is, it has one downside. She only throws snow in front of her. We don't have that option on our property, and yet we have come to the conclusion that we need to buy a snowblower. Into the aisle to our workshop and we're able to get the snowblower. Here it is, the new snowblower I got myself. It's the Greenworks snowblower. This is professional modeling. It runs on an 82-volt battery. Immediately I want to note that this snowblower I purchased with my own money. And in this video I don't want to urge you to buy this model or this company. I just want to shoot a review of my snowblower. And maybe this information will be useful to someone later. We have not used this snowblower yet. But before I bought it, I watched of course a ton of different reviews. So, my opinion about it formed of course on the review, and today I want to make a review for my subscribers to understand what it is a snowblower and what tasks he copes with at the moment. Snowblower is in the assembled form, that is, it is easily placed in the trunk of our car. And if suddenly there is a situation like today, that is, we will dig out first ourselves and then we will load him in the car and go to help parents to dig them out of the snow. This snowblower is powered by such healthy batteries. It's an 82-volt, 5 amp-hour battery. And this is in the battery lineup. In the medium battery, there's another 2 amp-hour and there's an 8 amp-hour battery. But for this particular model it is recommended to use a 5, because the 5, it goes well into the slot. There is one other point I want to make right away. The fact that there are 2 battery slots. You see, there are terminal blocks in one slot where it plugs in. The other one doesn't have terminal blocks. What is it for? It's just like a niche for a spare battery. So, when this battery dies, you just have to swap them out. This is basically done conveniently so you don't have to constantly run for the battery. And you always have it at your fingertips. As to why a 5Ah battery is ideal here. You see, the lid closes. It is, by the way, on a magnet. That is, here it is, slam, magnetized, and he quietly closes. Earlier I was watching a review. The thing about the 8s, they don't let you close the battery slot like that, and when you're shoveling snow, that's where the snow gets clogged up. It's not very convenient, and basically for the battery, even though they are sealed, I think it's still not good for the battery. That's why it's the A's that are best. Well, now I'm going to show you how to get it up and running. It's very easy to do. Lift up this handle here and these handles are just clamped like this. So that's it. Now it's ready to go. Regarding the controls. Loved the fact that there's this knob right here, and it, you see, directs the ejection of the snow. I mean, the handle is so rubberized, you can. The moment the snow height is directed, it is manually adjustable. I mean, that's the way it is. I mean, you'd still have to go up to him and... That's customizing it yourself. And before we get our snowblower dirty in the snow, I want to show you its tricks. So it has 2 LED headlights here, so it can basically work in the evening. Another very important and main point is the auger. The auger is made of reinforced rubber that sits on a metal frame. What is the upside of such an auger? I have paving stones laid around my house, and that this paving stone in some certain moments do not scratch the auger metal, as it is installed, say, on gasoline models. This model suits me much better than with a metal auger. These are the snowdrifts. Well, that's just the job for our snowblower. We're going to try it out here now. To turn it on, you have to press this button and this lever. So, as you can see, my spouse took the snowblower away from me and decided to give it a try. For us, it was very important that the snowblower itself was light, maneuverable, so that it could be kind of quietly operated. And a woman and, say, an elderly person, so as not to carry a lot of weight. I also want to point out, look how quiet he is. That is, you will not cause discomfort to your neighbors by operating this snowblower. You can even work in the evening, it will be practically inaudible on the neighboring property. So, drained my first battery, shoveled this much snow. That's what she's already cleaning on the second battery. Bottom line, folks, I drained both batteries. And see the result. Here's a road visited about 20 meters in there. We're turning around, I mean, the parking lot's all cleaned up. And we've also got maybe 20 meters that way. The width of the road, it's about somewhere on the bucket 4.5 meters. It took 2 batteries to do it. It's up to you to judge the performance of this snowblower. But the snow was very heavy today, you couldn't practically move it with a shovel, you had to shovel it with a shovel. This snowblower has certainly saved us a lot of time and effort. As you have seen, it can, in principle, be handled by a woman or an elderly person. That is, it will save your strength and health in a very healthy way. So at the moment we are very satisfied, we didn't expect this kind of power from it. By the way, the manufacturer claims that its power is comparable to a gasoline snowblower with its pluses. And the downside? The only downside is that it's not self-propelled. But then again, if it were self-propelled, that would again add an engine, meaning extra drives and extra weight on the wheels. That is, at the expense of you pushing it with your own strength. Although it goes, let's say, on such snow it is not loose in principle, but it goes normally. I mean, you can even push with one hand, at least for me. And I'm dealing with it. And at the expense of weight, of course, if it were self-propelled, weight would be added to it and it wouldn't be so light and maneuverable anymore. So, it's time to clean our driveways and we're going to try doing it with a snowblower too. So, I took the liberty of getting a tape measure. Look, there's a 15 centimeter snowdrift here. Okay, let's keep going. See what kind of snowdrifts he's taking right here. Okay, here we're looking at the height of the snowdrift. Well, that makes it 29 centimeters. My snowblower also came with a charger and one 5Ah battery. I bought another battery for myself since I have a large snow clearing area. And while one battery is charging, I work on the second one, then change it. We chose a snowblower for our needs and tasks. Everyone has different ones, you may have completely radically different challenges. Therefore, the most important thing is to choose and select the right snow removal equipment, so that it will please you, save you energy and preserve your health. This concludes my review. I hope it has been helpful to many. So if you are not already subscribed to my channel, subscribe, put likes. That's it for me. See you in the next video. Bye, everybody.